ETABS design shell elements that are slabs in form of direct design method. The direct design method is widely used method for the design of different kind of two-way slabs in all over the world, including flat plate slabs, beam column systems, flat slabs, and waffle slabs. For design of two-way slabs, we need to draw a strip in ETABS. There are certain rules to be followed for strip width calculation as ETABS utilizes direct design method. The column strip width is quarter of the clear spans in shorter direction. The column strip width is equal to the smaller span into 25%, that is quarter of the smaller span. The width of the middle strip is the remainder of what is left after the column strip in spans. So here is the ETABS model we will be using for the exercise. This is the same model which we used in previous lectures. Okay. So for drawing the strip width, you need to go to draw and draw design strips. Design strip defines the width of a strip or the portion of slab where your reinforcement for a particular force or moment will be placed. So we are starting with the column strip. So we have a 24 feet by 24 feet panel. The shorter span is equal to the longer span, or you can say both are shorter or longer. So the spans are equal, hence it is a two-way slab system. For calculating the column strip width, we have the shorter span as well as the other span. Both are equal. The width of column strip is calculated as the total span into 25%, that is 6 feet in both direction. Let's start with drawing the column strip. Since we have a typical flooring system, so we can click on the plan, and whatever thing we do in the plan, it will be applied to the all stories. So let's start drawing these strips. So we will be drawing the strip from the top. So the width left we will be selecting as 6 feet, width right we will be selecting as 0. Okay, so I intentionally did this, that when we are drawing from left to right, we need to keep sure that the width left means that the width will be drawn on the upper side. So you can undo this action. So this time we'll be keeping this part as 0 and this as the strip width we had. Now as the grid 7 will be having a strip width on both the sides, the layer A means that we are drawing horizontally, or you could have drawn vertically all these strips and then switch to layer B for a perpendicular direction strips. You can manually draw these strips, or simply, as we are requiring a replication here, so you can select a particular strip and replicate it. I have specified the distance for the replication. Let's say I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and click on OK. In order to select the strip, for simplicity or ease of selection, you can turn off the visibility of the beams, columns and walls. So now I need to erase this strip as it would be a half width here. So now we'll be setting the right width as 0. Now we need to draw the middle strips in this direction. Since these spans are both equal in the directions, so the width of the middle strip is equal to the span minus twice of the column strip width. So the span is 24 in both directions. So the width of middle strip is 12 feet. Please specify the 12 feet width and draw the middle strip. Let's turn on the beam visibility. When drawing the strip, the middle strip we'll need to select get a point here or here in order to accurately draw the width of the strip, but which is not easy to get. So for simplicity, the width of the middle strip required was 12 feet. So I'll be drawing two strips of 6 feet, which is equivalent to 12 feet. So for getting the center point, I'll be going to snap options and click on line and midpoint. I am getting the middle point selection here. That's how I accurately draw the middle strip between the column strips. Similarly, for the rest of the spans, you can turn off the 3D view for time being. I can replicate it. So now we have drawn the strips in one direction. Similarly, for the other direction, you can turn on or off the visibility of the strip widths as from here. I'm turning off the visibility of design strip layer A for simplicity, so I can draw in layer B. Starting with the column strip. Undo this as it is going out of the slab. Now drawing the center column strips. The column strips must be above the supports as we are using the direct design method, so moment distribution is carried by the strip as it uses some coefficients to distribute the moment over the span of the slab. Let's click on the middle strip. As both of the spans in both directions were similar, so the middle strip width here will be equal to the middle strip for the other span. Otherwise, whatever the remaining width is, we'll cover it with middle strip. In middle strip, most of the time our primary concern is the positive moment and hence the bottom steel. While in column strip, we want to attract more of the negative moment, that is the top steel. Similarly, you can replicate this design strip as well. Now let's check the visibility of the other strip. Upon pressing deform undeformed shape, let's say if I have to turn off the visibility of the strip or just see the strip in form of a line, so you can click on show width and then check it. So you will be just seeing a line, and if you need to see the width again, you can click on show width and click on OK. If you want to override the strip width, you can right click on the strip and click on geometry. You can change the parameters from here as well, and it will change the strip width. And you can certainly change the type of the width, like it's metal strip currently. You can change it to column strip. You can change the rebar material that will be used in design of this particular strip. You can ignore post tensioning when designing this strip. Reduce live load factor can be overridden from here. Design this strip, yes. Rebar material, strip cover source, design preferences. That is how we assign the strips to the slab. And since we selected all stories option, so certainly the strips will be drawn to all of the stories. We usually get a fixed support at the end of the strip. In order to remove this fixed support, let's first turn off the visibility of the columns, beams, and other objects so that we don't mistakenly delete them. Rather, we just need to delete this fixed support. As we are working in all stories, so we don't need to select each individual story. The points where we were getting a fixed support by default options, so you can remove the restraints by clicking on this point and click on apply. Now check the 3D view, and that is how you remove the fixed supports from the strips.